Welcome to the world. According to Mr. Rue, thank you for stopping by. Seriously, I appreciate it. Now, quick disclaimer, everything you hear here is based on my personal views and beliefs. So if you find yourself disagreeing, that's totally fine. Just keep it respectful. Translation, no need to rage in the comments. We're all adults here, mostly. This channel is all about inspiring, uplifting, amusing, and yes, entertaining you all while doing things that bring me joy. Think of it as a mix between a pep talk, a comedy variety show, and a reality check. And hey, if you like what you hear and want more of my perspective, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Because let's be honest, you don't want to miss out on my next rant, story, or random wisdom nugget. Alright, enough of the intro. Let's dive in. Today's topic is single satisfied versus seeking sanctified. And so, let's talk about the church relationship pendulum. You know the one. If you grew up in the church, you've probably heard two very loud, very different messages. On one side, you've got marriage is the ultimate goal. You're not a real adult until you have a ring and a mortgage. But then, usually at a singles retreat, you hear the flip side. Singleness is the superior calling. You're the Navy SEALs of Christianity because you're free for the kingdom. So, which is it? Is one of them a participation trophy and the other the gold medal? Well, the truth is, the Bible honors both paths, but for reasons that might actually surprise you. Today, we're digging into the biblical balance of being single versus being married. Let's dive in. The case for singleness. First, let's look at the single and satisfied camp. We have to talk about the Apostle Paul. Now, Paul was the ultimate single and thriving guy. In 1 Corinthians 7, he drops some truth bombs that make a lot of us uncomfortable. He argues that singleness isn't a waiting room, it's a superpower. Why? Because of undivided devotion. Think about it. A single person is like a solo backpacker. You can move fast, take risks, and change directions in a heartbeat. Paul's point wasn't that marriage is bad, but that it's complicated. When you're married, your interests are divided. You're thinking about your spouse's needs, the kids' school, and whose turn it is to do the dishes. Paul calls singleness a spiritual gift. It's a God-given capacity to thrive and serve without the baggage of domestic life. If you're single right now, you aren't missing a piece. You are a whole person with a unique agility for the kingdom that married people, honestly, sometimes envy. The case for seeking finding the purpose of the partnership. But wait, if singleness is so great, why does the rest of the Bible seem to celebrate weddings so much? Well, let's go back to the very beginning. In Genesis 2:18, God looks at a perfect man in a perfect garden and says, "It is not good for the man to be alone." That is a foundational design statement. We were built for companionship. Proverbs 18:22 tells us that he who finds a wife finds a good thing. It's a blessing. But it's not just about having a bestie to watch Netflix with. There is a high holy purpose here. In Ephesians 5, Paul, yes, the same Paul who praised singleness, explains that marriage is a living, breathing metaphor. It's a mystery that models the relationship between Christ and the church. Marriage is also God's favorite sanctification machine. Nothing reveals your selfishness quite like sharing a bathroom or a bank account with another fallen human being. Marriage forces you to grow in patience, sacrifice, and unconditional love in a way that is hard to replicate elsewhere. It's a public testimony of God's covenantal love to a world that usually gives up when things get hard. The common ground. So, here's the big takeaway. The Bible doesn't actually set up a hierarchy. There is no tier 1 and tier 2 Christian. The goal isn't getting married, and it isn't staying single. Whether you're building the kingdom as a party of one or as a team of two, the boss is the same. So I want to hear from you. Are you in a season of undivided devotion, or are you in the sanctification machine of marriage? How are you seeing God work in that space? Let me know in the comments below. If this video helped you breathe a little easier today, hit that like button and subscribe for more conversations like this. Seek Christ first, and everything else will fall into place. Feel free to rewatch this video from time to time because we all need a reminder to help us navigate through this thing called life.